Video games take forever. I've been working on the same video game for the last 2 years. So it's a big, monsters and swords and fantasy type of video game, just like all the good ones out there.
Usually the gaming employees I meet are Korean or Chinese, and they're working on like Korean games.
Oh yeah, I mean that's an entire gigantic industry. It's way bigger than ours. Also a very finicky market. Their game's not doing that much.
Yeah, I mean, not every game you put out is going to be Pokemon, which I think is an Asian game anyway. So, before my time. We're heading toward a heat wave.
Yeah, how bad is this going to get? I haven't paid attention.
I've seen mid-80s, but
This doesn't feel like mid-80s.
the closer we get to August, it's going to get up to 100. We already got up to 135, a little south of us last year.
Thank you.
Won't be here after the end of next month, so I'm hoping it does not get super hot until the ending of July.
You're leaving town.
I'm leaving the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've been here 9 months, and that's all I needed to stay. I hit my 50th state, and it's been nice, but on to something else.
Your 50th state. What defined, like just passing through or actually visiting each one?
Well, I've lived in 4 states.
Yeah.
East Coast, Gulf, above Canada, and over here. So it's kind of like we're making an O, starting in Alaska, and now we're going back to Alaska.
Yeah.
And California I knew was going to be super expensive, and I knew everyone drives like a maniac.
What was the last state you hit? This one? No.
Hawaii.
Okay. That
You
makes
can't
sense.
really run into Hawaii. You kind of have to plan it.
Yeah.
I actually had a guy ask me, "Did you drive to Hawaii?" And I said, "Excuse me?"
You don't know.
I don't have the car from the first Despicable Me. Or is it the second one?
All right,
Where
but
it goes
before,
underwater.
besides Hawaii, what was the I want to know where the last state you drove through was.
Well, I used to live in Florida for almost 3 years. And then I took I-10 West and drove all the way here.
Okay. All right.
So
the
the
old-
last state, except when I went to Hawaii, I would say would have been Arizona.
That must have been a thrilling drive.
I mean, if you're into desert, dead animals on the side of the road, aliens.
Or desert.
Yeah.
Or desert.
Area 51 and Roswell.
Oh, that's true. That counts. Is that in Arizona? Yeah, you're right.
Wherever Roswell was, there was this huge gas station the size of a Walgreens with a spaceship like crashed on the top, blinking, and inside had every alien knickknack. So tacky, but I mean, Roger the alien would have loved it. From American Dad. Nanu. Even they were selling T-shirts, and the mannequin was an alien.
So where are you going to end up then? You've done all 50 states.
I'm gonna go back to Anchorage.
Okay, that's where you started.
Kinda. I mean, I've lived in Kentucky twice.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, I've been to Canada, Mexico. I'm gonna live in Alaska and then, travel to other countries, but just live there.
Does Anchorage, because Anchorage is a decent sized population, does Anchorage feel like a city? I've always been curious about living there. Like, do you feel trapped in a small town at the end of the world, or is it like, no, this is there's a whole scene and life going on here, and you can kind of stay there steady?
Well, if you've ever been to a city near the water, like Miami,
Yeah.
Miami has about 350,000 and Alaska has about 200,000, so it's smaller.
You mean population-wise?
Population-wise, yes.
Oh,
Now,
I didn't know
I
Miami
have
was that
lived in the two most spread out by square mile, Jacksonville and Anchorage. For some reason,
That's a
I'm
good
attracted
statistic.
to those spread out places. But Anchorage is very